So good afternoon. We are back again. Another transfer video. First of 3 videos today. Big up to everybody who watched the 3 yesterday. If you haven't, do go back on the channel and check them out. They're the last 3 videos on the channel. Also, big up to everybody who's put a donation in via the thanks option. Big up to every single one of you. Quite a lot of you did that yesterday. I do appreciate that. If you want to do that, then feel free. There's an option called thanks. Just hit on that and you can chuck it in. If you can't or don't want to, just hit a like on the video, share this video around, and big up to everybody who is watching it as well. We are going to talk about Victor Osimhen, one of the most overrated footballers in living planet history ever. Living planet history. I didn't sound right, did it? But we are going to talk about Victor Osimhen because the PR is starting to roll out, people. Do not get sucked in by this. £76 million opening bid for Victor Osimhen has been rejected. Okay, so we're supposed to believe that this guy, for 76 million opening bid, they want 93 million apparently. I don't know where they've plucked that figure from, by the way. But we're supposed to believe that Arsenal are going to spend 76 million plus on this footballer. It's great PR. It really is. It's really great PR. And excuse me. It's kind of funny reading these kind of stories because we've missed out on top 4. We've missed out to Tottenham of all teams, and all of a sudden, 76 million club record bid has been put forward for Victor Osimhen, and we're supposed to believe that this is true. And this is like, do you remember the 92 million pound Thomas Lamar bid? Do you remember that? Yeah, do you remember that one? Another load of PR. It's just unbelievable, some of these stories that I read. He's scored 14 goals in the league this season. He does fit into Project Youth, though. He is only 23. It's actually mad. And listen, this guy is so overrated, it is insane. And I've always said this as well. If you score, he scored 18 goals all season. Yeah, 4 of them in the Europa League, 14 in the league. Yeah, he's got 6 assists. And apparently that's worth £76 million or more. And it's always funny because I say this all the time. How many strikers or forwards in the last 5 years have come from another league and just hit the ground running, scored goals, scored same amount or more than what they did in their previous league? Not many. Aubameyang's one. Salah's another one. There's 2. We're kind of struggling after that. There's not many, is there? Lukaku, prime example. Goes and plays for Inter Milan, goes and bags goals for fun, comes back to the Premier League, ain't really done it, has he? Cristiano Ronaldo, you could say, okay, cool, he bagged 19 goals this season. Okay, so let's say that's another one. But now we're talking about the greatest goal scorer in living history. So there's 3. Anyone else know any more? Leave them in the comment section down below. This guy's bagged 18 goals. 18. And we're supposed to believe that this is the guy that's going to come in. He's going to suddenly hit the ground running, even though most don't in striker positions, because it is a lot tougher in this league. You get people clattering into you, split second. You touch the ball, bang, you've got 2 players on you. It's the only league in the world where that happens. It's the only league in the world where you literally take a poor first touch, you're getting wiped out. No other league in the world is really like that. The intensity of the Premier League, even though I think it's been pretty poor quality for a long time, the intensity of the Premier League is totally different to any other league. So how is this guy, if this story is true, let's assume it is, but let's say this guy comes in. Are we supposed to believe that this guy is going to elevate us into a title challenge? Or is that not even the hope? Is it the hope of closing the gap on top 4? Because I genuinely do not see how this guy is going to take us to the next level. I don't understand. Because for me, we need somebody that's going to come in, hit the ground running, and score a hatful of goals. Now, this guy might be that guy, but going on previous history of strikers, wingers that have come into the Premier League, it's not really going to happen, is it? It's a lot easier for a defender to settle in this league because they're not trying to beat a centre-back. They're just trying to jockey and nick the ball off a striker. And if they get close enough to the striker, it's cool. A striker has to think on his feet. He has to make runs through the lines. He has to run the channels. He has to hold the ball up. He has to back in. He has to be physical. He has to have a turn of pace. He has to have great movement in the penalty box. Now, listen, this guy does have some of them things. I'm not saying the guy's crap, but he is massively, massively overrated. And if anyone genuinely thinks that this guy, number one, that we've bid for, well, I'm sorry, we ain't. And anyone thinks that we've bid 76 million, we ain't. He ain't worth half of that. I genuinely don't rate him. Yeah, he's all right. He's a good player. He ain't going to elevate my team into a title challenge, which is the aim of elite sport. So if anyone thinks that this guy is going to be the guy, then I don't know what to say, if I'm honest. And I find it funny that this story has come out with a record-breaking fee after the disappointment of missing out on top four in the Champions League. Because surely, just surely, a lot of you guys will rate this guy. Yeah, I know that because I've heard you mention the guy's name in my chat before. But surely we were only going to ever be able to attract the top players, which a lot of you people tell me he is, if we were in Champions League. So now we're going to go and break our club record fee for a top player whilst being in the Europa League. You see where I'm going with this? So the whole talk of top four is a load of rubbish to attract better players then, right? So let's assume we do sign him. We've broken our club record fee for a top player, again, whilst not having Champions League. So all the people that have sat there and told me all season, if we get top four, we can attract better players. Are you actually admitting defeat then, if that's the case, if we sign him? Because it ain't the case. You'll get a top player if you pay top money and show a bit of ambition in terms of the direction the football club's going in. Let's be real here. Why would that guy look at Arsenal, look at Mikel Arteta, look at the squad, look at how we bottled the top four, and actually have the thought process of, yeah, actually, this club could go towards a title? Why would he do that? I don't think he would. And let's be real, I've not seen anyone else linked to this guy other than Arsenal. So whoever made the story up, well done. Well done. You've got it out there, and I'm talking about it and putting it out to thousands of people. So you've succeeded, I suppose, because now that's going to elevate it even more. Yeah, the fact in reality is, this guy is not signing for Arsenal. This guy is not even that great to be warranting nearly 80 million quid fee. Yeah, the guy scored 14 goals in Serie A. And his team have been pretty good this season, but he's only scored 14 goals. How's he going to come to the Premier League and be that 20-goal a season man then? There's not many people that are there? So let's not kid ourselves here that Arsenal have gone and bid for this player, because they haven't. This is just typical Arsenal PR. Yeah, and I'm sick to death of it, if I'm honest. Yeah, I genuinely get sick to death of seeing the dirty little tricks that this football club put out there and try and play with the fans. It's embarrassing. It's a shambles. How about just go and sign someone? Stop sitting there making out you're going to do a record fee. You're not. Yeah? On the flip side of that, some of you say, well, it could be his agent. He could be trying to jockey for a new deal. Yeah, it could be. So why is Arsenal the only club linked to him then? Because if his agent was coming out trying to get him a new deal or trying to get him a move, surely they would not link him to Arsenal. Why would only Arsenal be linked? Surely they'd say Real Madrid are in for him, or this team are in for him, or that team, and put 2 or 3 in the mix. And that'd get everyone else on alert. Yeah, unbelievable. Like, I see these stories all the time, and I see people saying, oh yeah, but his agent's done that to get him a new deal, which sometimes is the case. But if you think that he's linked to Arsenal and that's going to suddenly make Tottenham or Man City or Real Madrid suddenly think, oh my God, we've seen it in this newspaper, we better go and bid for him. Come on, man. These people are in contact with agents all the time. They're in contact with players all the time. They're in contact with football clubs all the time. That is not how it works. Yeah, this guy, I'm telling you now, will not sign for Arsenal. If he does, I will eat my hat. But on that bombshell, I will be back again later. 2 more videos to come, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. The next one will be out at 6 o'clock, and the last one will be out at 11:30. I'm hoping to get these out a little bit earlier tomorrow, but today it is what it is. So yeah, big up to everyone who does watch, and big up to everyone who sticks a like on the video. Big up to everyone who stuck a donation in via the thanks option. I do appreciate every one of you that's done that. And leave your thoughts on Victor Osimhen. Number 1, do you rate him? Number 2, is he worth 80 million nearly? Number 3, do you believe the story? Number 4, if he does come to Arsenal under this manager who barely scores any goals as a team, how many goals do you think he's going to score? Leave all of that downstairs in the comment section. All have a wonderful day. I'm going to go and get a suntan. We're out of here, people. Arteta out. Laters.